It wasn't because of bad karma. Maybe some of y'all can help me after church is over with, but I don't know what that is. Well, it was because of the foreordained purposes of God. Well, that Job lost in one day everything that he had. Well, yes, sir. I'm saying this to you to say this, that it's not by accident that you are where you are. Amen. All right. And before you start beating up on yourself about what you could have done, how you could have bribed God. All right. Come on. By doing thus and so. You need to know that the circumstances of your life are by design. And that you are where you are because of the purposes of God. Yeah. Now that may help some of you. It may make some of you mad. Well, come on. Because if you're like me, you're in a predicament. All right. Well, nobody feel like confessing again? Like me, I need a kidney. All right. Amen. Well. But every other day, I go over there to the dialysis center. Look me up with them big old needles. Well, I told them you get one chance. You mess it up, you can't start over. You'll understand when you have to deal with it. So it's a predicament. So that do I take the attitude that if I had done things different, if I had been a little luckier, maybe things wouldn't have happened this way. I would like to think that God has an eternal purpose in allowing to happen in my life what is going on in my life. All right. Ain't got nothing to do with luck. It doesn't even have anything to do with my sin. This is just life. It's life. If you're going to live in this world, you're going to endure certain pain, certain sorrow. All of us are going to have certain realities. Amen. It was according to God's purpose. It was according to God's purpose. Well, maybe you ought to say it. It was according to God's purpose. Well, I've had to preach some funerals. It was so unpleasant to preach. Young man, 14 years old, drowned in the Mississippi River. Well, just made no sense. But it was according to God's purpose. One of the first funerals I did in Orlando was Sister Howard's son. It was according to God's purpose. There's no explanation for it. It makes no sense. But it was according to God's purpose. Well, yes, sir. And I tell you something, when you come to the conclusion that it was according to God's purpose, you can settle your little self down. You can stop being mad. You can stop being angry with everybody. You can stop going around with a chip on your shoulder because it's nobody's fault. It is according to God's purpose. chapter 1, you'll see the list.
Yes, sir. Yes.
Started early in the day. Servant came running.
Amen.
This part